Hey guys, and welcome to the Haunted Beauty Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Nissa Brian, and we have a lot to cover in this week's episode. Happy Halloween! So first, I'll be doing a crack porcelain doll makeup look. I've turned myself into Annabelle, and then we're gonna talk about the most haunted doll from Japan. After that, we'll get into the latest update on Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter. And later on, I'll be reflecting on how the whole concept of demons has become so, we just can't seem to escape it. Oh, and did you know Pat McGrath just launched a brand new 12-pan festive eyeshadow palette that's perfect for the holidays? And right on time for the season, Refy dropped a brand new lipstick line with some really unique shades for fall and winter. We're talking about all that and more here on the Haunted Beauty Diaries podcast. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you never miss a video because honestly, engaging with every button helps my channel reach new people. Thanks so much for your support and yeah, let's get started.
Hey, Anissa Bryant. So congratulations on having a book out. That's amazing.
Hi, Anissa. You are an author, you mentioned. Your book, Trouble at Girls United. In with the new friends, out with the old. That sounds really good. Sounds very intriguing.
Anissa wanted me to tell you guys that she has a new book called Trouble at Girls United, In with the New Friends, Out with the Old. And you can check it out on Author House and Amazon.
Lately, I've just been taking it easy. I haven't worked out since October 9th because I paused my gym membership for the rest of the month. I knew I'd be busy planning for Halloween, making beauty content, going live and all that. So I thought, you know what? Let's take a well-deserved break. I've been going to the gym consistently for years, and this is honestly the longest break I've ever taken. I've put on a few pounds and have been eating kind of carelessly, but as long as I'm not near the 300-pound mark, I think I'm okay for now. Still, I plan on going back consistently, rain or shine, even if it's just walking, starting November 1st. Also, I'm going to see Sabrina Carpenter at her short and sweet tour this month in Toronto on November 10th. And oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'll be in the same section as last time. I'll even be live streaming the show, so even if you're not there, you can still watch it. I really hope she sings some of the songs from her new album, like Nobody's Son, House Tour, and Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. And I just really hope my seats are good and I've got a great view so I can record content. Now, I mentioned before that I'd work out at home and focus more on YouTube and just hang out in the basement when I'm not at the gym. But honestly, I just didn't have the energy. My mind's been elsewhere. I thought about riding the bike, running on the treadmill, or watching Roberta's gym, or maybe even hula hooping for 30 minutes, but instead, I'd rather go live and play piano for my TikTok followers. That's what really makes me happy. Every day I wake up around 2 p.m., shower, get ready, and set up for the live stream. That's basically my new routine. I used to play piano just for myself, but lately, everyone online has said how much they love tuning in to my lives. They actually look forward to it. And they always encourage me to keep going, which just means a lot. I know I said I do a new Halloween makeup tutorial every Sunday this October, but yeah, life kind of got in the way. I just don't have the energy to stay up all night making content for both YouTube and TikTok, especially at 3 a.m. Plus, I don't have the right makeup products for every look, and while I want to, shopping just isn't an option right now. And I mean, it's also a lot to find the right audio for lip syncs and transitions. So I've decided I'll focus more on tutorials after October when there's less pressure. So far, I've done a witch makeup tutorial since I'm going as a witch for Halloween and an avatar look. I actually redid that avatar look 3 times and still wasn't happy with it. But don't worry, I plan to post 3 more tutorials since I usually do one every Sunday. Editing is a huge effort though, and I want every video to look good, visually appealing, even if it pushes my deadline. Later in this episode, I'll reflect on some modern presence of demons, but first, let's talk about the most haunted doll in Japan. Okay, so did you know there's a haunted doll that's said to grow real human hair? Here's a story as best as it's documented. When you look up the most haunted doll from Japan, the Okiku doll comes up over and over again, so the details vary a bit depending on who's telling it. So, on August 15th, 1918, a 17-year-old named Aikichi Suzuki bought this doll at the Sapporo Exposition in Hokkaido, Japan. The doll wore a red kimono and had that traditional akappa haircut. It's kind of like a bob with short bangs. Ikichi brought the doll home as a gift for his 3-year-old sister Okiku. She absolutely adored it. She took it everywhere, pretended to feed it, even named it after herself. But sadly, Okiku died the following year. Reports say it was from yellow fever, the Spanish flu, or maybe pneumonia, depending on the version you hear. The family originally planned to bury the doll with her, but for whatever reason, maybe they forgot or weren't allowed. They didn't. Instead, they placed it on a family altar and prayed to it. Over time, they started noticing something strange. The doll's hair, which was originally a short bob, started growing like past its waist. Believing it was possessed by a Kiku's spirit, the family sent samples of the hair for testing, and the analysis showed that it was human hair. Even after trimming, it would just keep growing. Today, the doll is kept at Maniji Temple in Iwamizawa City, where monks actually still trim its hair. The Kiku doll remains there, cared for by priests, and visitors can see it, so photos aren't allowed. Pop culture. Okiku's story is one of the main inspirations for the whole haunted doll trope. It's been told in books, documentaries, podcasts, you name it, and has even influenced horror characters in both Japanese and Western pop culture, kind of like Annabelle from The Conjuring. It's even brought up during Japan's Girl Day, Hina Matsuri, as an example of how dolls can carry spiritual energy. And honestly, stories like this keeps the legend alive worldwide. Would you visit Okiku? Personally, I think it sounds equal parts eerie and fascinating. Okay, so Taylor Swift is undeniably the queen of visuals and limited releases. Her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, dropped on October 3rd, 2025. It's inspired by her relationship with Travis Kelce and the European leg of the Eras Tour. Taylor's been releasing like a ton of deluxe editions and limited covers. Some were only available for 24 or 48 hours. You could grab them either from her website or stores like Target. There were editions called It's Frightening, it's rapturous, and it's beautiful. Each had its own exclusive covers and sometimes even special extras like acoustic tracks or voice memos from her creative process. So vinyls, the Shiny Bug collection, and Baby Sets show business sold out within hours. Target even had its own version, Tiny Bubbles in Champagne, which came with colored vinyl and matching artwork. One standout release was The Life of a Showgirl, The Crowd is Your King. It came with extra acoustic songs and songwriting voice memos that were only on iTunes for like 24 hours. Oh, and Sabrina Carpenter is featured on the title track. Then on December 12th, Taylor's returning to Disney Plus with 2 new projects, a full-length Eras Tour concert film featuring all of the Tortured Poets department, and a 6-episode docuseries called The End of an Era. It's got interviews with her team and collaborators like Sabrina and Florence Welch. Now, Sabrina's in her second run of the short and sweet tour performing across Canada and the US. She recently did 5 nights in New York, including 2 sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden, where Anne Hathaway was actually spotted in the crowd. She also performed on Saturday Night Live, which everyone loved. Like, she nailed both her sketches and her music. And get this, she's officially a headliner for Coachella 2026, alongside Justin Bieber and Karol G. She even predicted that moment during her last Coachella appearance. Outside of music, she's doing amazing philanthropic work through her Sabrina Carpenter Fund, which supports trans and LGBTQ rights, student mental health, and animal welfare, partnering with groups like the Transgender Law Center and Best Friends Animal Society. And fashion-wise, she's on the cover of Vogue Italia's October 2025 issue, shot by Stephen Meisel. The whole black and white shoot has this vintage pinup vibe, and her makeup was done by Pat McGrath. On tour, she even redesigned her stage to look like an Airbnb-style house, kind of bringing back her dollhouse theme, but now with the heart-shaped toilet on stage. Iconic. So this next part is just me reflecting, personally, on the modern presence of demons in pop culture. Lately, as I've been listening to music, chatting with friends about books, and watching horror movies pretty much daily this October, I've noticed how normalized demonic imagery has become in TV, movies, music, fashion, and even toys. From lyrics about demons, to characters in novels, to jewelry, shirts, and even toys like Hello Kitty, Pokemon, and Labubu, there's this fascinating but kinda unsettling embrace of dark or supernatural themes. Even Disney Channel shows like Vampirina mix in ideas like possession, vampires, magic, and pop music, all wrapped up as fun, everyday entertainment. Sometimes I have to take a step back, just zone out from all that, pray quietly, and try to find balance. This isn't like a fact-based or super religious thing, just a personal observation on how much these themes have, blended into modern life. Blended into modern life. Okay, so Pat McGrath just dropped a brand new 12-pan eyeshadow palette for the holidays called the Gilded Nervina Mega Palette. The shades have fun names like Liquid Sky and Cosmic Orchid. The formula is supposed to be smoother and way more luminous than her past holiday releases. Super bold, super blendable, perfect for the festive season. And I mean, the packaging this year, absolutely stunning. Refy Beauty is also trending right now for their new lipstick, which launched on October 16th. It comes in 6 rich, moody shades: Rosa, Mulberry, Ruby, Maple, Mocha, and Morel. The formula is hydrating but super pigmented, and it comes in this unique twist-up pen with a little roller ball tip, so it applies really evenly. Reviews say it's comfy to wear and has this soft satin finish that's perfect for fall and winter. Alright, so this week's sponsor is me. Please check out my book, Trouble at Girls United, In with the New Friends, Out with the Old, available on Author House and Amazon. And if you want to support me directly, definitely buy it on Author House so I can receive royalties. I'm also working on 2 books right now, a fantasy YA novel called Full Moon Powers, about 3 witches trying to break generational curses, and a memoir titled Living Life Without Experiencing Life Experiences, Why Selena Gomez Means a Lot to Me. It's about growing up with a disability and how Selena's music really shaped my journey. Oh, and I'm starting a new segment where I narrate your stories, so please email your personal paranormal experiences to the Haunted Beauty Diaries Podcast at hotmail.com so I can share them in future episodes. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, RedNote, Lemonade, TikTok, Wattpad, Facebook, and YouTube. Just search Anissa Brian, Anissa Official, Glam Anissa Vlogs, or Anissa Brian Makeup. Come join the community for makeup tutorials, podcast episodes, covers, and so much more. And that's it for this week's episode of the Haunted Beauty Diaries podcast. We talked about Okiku, the haunted doll from Japan that grows real human hair. We reflected on the modern normalization of demons in media, caught up on Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter, and I did my cracked porcelain doll makeup look. Let me know what you think of my makeup in the comments. And if you recreate it using my tutorial, tag me. I'd love to see your creations. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.